What is up, everybody? Well, I've been working on this video for a little bit now, trying to perfect it. But today I woke up to a similar video by the YouTuber Prof Hoff. Awesome videos. I've been watching him a lot lately. And I think one of his subscribers actually had an idea of how to buff a Juggernaut. And well, I guess there's no point on working on this video, so might as well just release it however it's already done, and add to the idea pool. We're all community, so let's make Juggernaut awesome like in the comics. But if you guys like this type of video, I do have more characters I have been working on, like Iron Fist, Captain America OG version, Thanos. So if you're interested in want to see more of that, please comment that in the comment section, and subscribe to the channel. So yeah, let's start right off. When the game first came out, Juggernaut was such a fun character. That unstoppable mechanic was, I could say, somewhat broken. It made you feel powerful, but Juggernaut quickly fell off. And later on they did buff him up by giving him a stagger when he heavied, and that was awesome. I really liked it. Even though that wasn't such a big improvement, it just felt right. I started using Juggernaut a whole lot more, even though he still sucked, but just because of the stagger, it was just awesome. And up until recently, they also buffed him up again, making him immune to stun while he is in unstoppable, and that is awesome. But Juggernaut in the comics is just so freaking powerful, and honestly, this game does not do it justice. So here are some ideas of how to make Juggernaut awesome, just like in the comics. Well, to start off, Juggernaut in the comics, he's already super tough and could take a lot of punishment. And additionally, the gem actually creates a mystical force field, actually giving him additional physical resistance. So how does that translate into the game? Well, my idea is to give him a mechanic similar to Captain America Infinity War, something called momentum charges. But unlike Captain America Infinity War, and more like Nova, Juggernaut will gain one momentum charge for every distance he has between his opponent when he dashes back and then he dashes forward. Now, each momentum charge is going to give him 5% additional physical resistance, which means he's going to start taking less damage every time he goes back and comes forward. Now, once he reaches 20 charges, or in other words, gets 100% physical resistance, he is going to convert all 20 momentum charges into a instant 15% regen, which isn't too big, but it's pretty good in my opinion. Something to just buff him up, since in the comics he does actually regen quite fast. He has one of the strongest healing factors in the Marvel universe. And additionally, why not throw in a 2-second indestructible? Now, we talked about how in the comics he basically heals really fast. Well, I kind of like that mechanic where when he's unstoppable, he's immune to stun. And I think that when he is unstoppable, he should be, empowered by that gem. He should be immune to pretty much all debuffs whenever he's unstoppable. And if he has any debuffs, he should be able to shrug off all damaging debuffs on him as soon as he triggers an unstoppable buff, either from the special 1, 2, or 3. This would require one to, actually put a slow debuff on him ahead of time to kind of make this easier. Now, since the beginning of the game, I always found it kind of dumb how his signature ability was unstoppable. Like, that is his whole thing. And then now, in recent years, well, there's other characters that have a crazier unstoppable than the very own master of unstoppable. Thing actually activates unstoppable a whole lot more than Juggernaut. Even Rhino has a mechanic that makes no sense of dashing back and dashing forward and triggering unstoppable. So I don't know why you have to awaken Juggernaut to have that ability of unstoppable. So in the comics, there was a time when Marco actually unlocked the full power of the gem, and he gained all sorts of crazy abilities that I don't quite think they would translate cleanly into the game, at least not yet. But there is one thing that caught my eye, which was absorbing and projecting energy, increasing his own strength, and also growing his size. So how could we translate that now into the game mechanic? So since Juggernaut is actually a mystic class in the game, and mystics are known for actually nullifying people's effects, I started thinking, why not make a signature ability called Sidorak Empowered, where any time that Juggernaut is under the effect of an unstoppable buff, he actually has a chance at nullifying one buff and absorbing it as his own, whether it be a precision, fury, true strike, whatever, and nullifying it on the opponent. Kind of like what Loki does. Now this might seem like a small buff to him, but I think this should make him pretty viable in the game and actually fun to play with. Since he's gonna have a healing factor, he's gonna have physical resist, his unstoppable is gonna proc in every special whether he's duped out or not, but his duped out ability will give him that extra special advantage on fights so that he could become even stronger by absorbing other people's buffs. But this is my opinion. What do you guys think? Do you guys want to see maybe a synergy with like Rhino or I don't know, some other person where he kind of has the same ability as Rhino, that not only does he gain momentum charges depending on the distance, but he also procs a passive unstoppable kind of like Rhino? I don't know. Put it down in the comments. And well, like I said in the beginning of the video, if you want to see more videos on buffs on future characters like Iron Fist, make sure to subscribe. Thank you for watching.